around the world, and I've seen what pollution does to communities. And aluminum is not conducive with organic farming or natural, living. It's just not. So anyway, do you happen to have those water numbers?
Yeah, I told him it was net usage, or net usage is 100, roughly, I'll say roughly because I won't quote exact, 135 gallons per minute.
130, and is that what's coming directly from the aquifer?
No, ma'am.
Well,
So that's only wastewater?
No. Our net usage, so we have all of the water comes from the municipal water supply.
Do you know where the municipal water supply comes from?
No.
It comes from wells.
This is a well system out here.
All right.
So you're either getting your water from the well system in Benson, or you're getting your water from wastewater treatment.
Right.
So which one is it?
No, it's coming from the municipal water supply. So they get it from
so
well.
that is a well, which means it's coming out of an aquifer. Okay. So this is what he does for a living. He maintenances wells. Okay, and if you're tapping into water in Benson, you're tapping into well water, and that's in an aquifer. And do you know what the ADWR reading is on this aquifer out here as of late? Has your company done the research on that?
That is, we asked, when we go through, city, can you supply this? This is the usage amounts, and they say yes. So
135 gallons per minute, yeah?
Net usage.
Net, all right. And you're supposed to be recycling?
Yes, that's in the net. That's in the net number. This is the net usage of the water.
Okay, I want to know how many gallons per minute are being pumped from municipal.
Municipal,
not recycled.
Is roughly 240, and then we're recycling to the golf course 105.
Okay, 240 gallons per minute from the aquifer.
Well, yeah, from
municipal.
The city. Yeah, yes. And 105, that will eventually, 105 a minute, eventually to the golf course. So the net is, if my math's
So
right,
this is your out.
Yes.
This is your in.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's what I needed. Thank you. So, did ADI do any research on the aquifer out here and check the status of the water table?
Right over there. That we figure is the city's responsibility since it's a municipal water supply.
Okay, so it doesn't concern you, knowing that you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation coming in, and you're going to do business in a small community, and you know that what you do is going to impact people in this community. It doesn't concern your company at all to do your own due diligence to find out if you're going to have any negative impacts on the community. Doesn't matter to you. You figure if the city gives you the go-ahead, it's okay for you to just come in and do whatever.
And ADEQ, and we've had meetings. We had, like when we had the initial meeting, we had council members, I don't know if it's council members, the mayor, police, fire, the head of the hospital, head of the college, the school district, whoever else they...
Any citizens?
They invited. Well, during the...
Did you get invited?
No.
So during the, that was to meet the, what do you call it, not suppliers, the people in the town that run things like the college.
The people getting kickbacks.
There's no kickbacks.
Okay.
I'd like to know why.
Get me on a polygraph for that. I'll take a
I got you.
I'd like to know why you guys are unreliable in the middle of Benson. Why not outskirts?
Part of their training
so
is down to
the reason what happened, first do we want, so we don't jump around, do you want to hear about the Gila Bend? Or
I had a question right when that's why I invited you in.
Yeah.
Why did they get kicked out of Gila Bend?
Okay.
And he's already told me they're suing Gila Bend.
Yeah, there's litigation.
If this gets kicked
public.
out of here, my question was, will we be sued? That's where we left
You're
off.
still in litigation with Gila Bend?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you told me you can't talk about it.
Yes, it's in litigation.
Okay, but you know those are public records, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then if it's public record, you should be able to talk about it. Are you named in litigation?
I don't know if I am or not.
So you're not involved in the court case?
I will be because of my meetings with the
So you
mayor
have
and-
been named?
I don't know if I've been named as...
If you haven't been named, because you're the plaintiff. I study law as a hobby. If you're the plaintiff, you should have been named in the case.
I think the plaintiff is Aluminum Dynamics.
Well, yes, but
as a
Aluminum
member-
Dynamics can be represented by multiple people within the company, and if you have not specifically been named, you're not part of the
Well,
plaintiff.
I'm sure if it goes to a trial, I'm sure I'll be involved because of the conversations.
If
with
he
it.
really is named, he can't talk about it. That's the truth.
I want to make sure we're not going to get sued if we get you out of here. Is that going to happen?
I mean, as
If we
I would-
were
I
able
would-
to not let you get your permit
so I would say as long as everything.
would you sue us?
Let's talk about generalities.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, you don't get sued if there's not laws broken,
Okay.
right? And
So what laws did Gila Bend break against your company?
read the complaint. It's all in
Okay,
there.
okay.
Yeah. And you know we were already under construction there. We did this and the only thing that we ever did in Gila Bend is there was old farm tires, tractor tires. We picked up about 150 tractor tires and took them to the recycling, and that's all we could do because the underlying, if you look, the county assessor's map, and this is where it starts getting into the case. It says it's underlying agriculture, right? So since it's underlying agriculture, we couldn't even put a road in, we couldn't scrape. So we allowed the farmer that we bought the land from to continue with his alfalfa crops there because we couldn't do anything on the land.
Are you suing that farmer?
Nope, because like I said, it's more about a rezoning. Everything circles around is from rezoning.
But what's
What they're
okay? So
claiming- what
what
they're-
stopped Gila Bend?
Do what?
What stopped Gila Bend from happening? Why is there not a plant there now?
So in Gila Bend, if you look at, so I'm not talking about the case. I'm just talking about
the area, the environmental impact.
the zoning and stuff.
Yeah,
In Gila Bend, if you look at the city plan or the master plan, that area there's like 20, I think it's 20-something thousand acres. That's all being farmed. That whole area was deemed master plan development or master general plan development. It was going to be like a Verardo or the subdivisions with the lakes and all that. And
The villages at Vigneto.
Yeah,
Does that
and
sound
that was about-
familiar?
it went defunct 20 years ago or something. So that was, you look at that, and then you look at the assessor's map, and it says that it's agricultural, and then you look at town documents and zoning and so that's a private. You look at that, and it's industrial. So that's where the whole thing came up. So it was conveyed as industrial site, sold as industrial site, confirmed as an industrial site, and then its public record went through the P&Z and it was unanimously done. Then they had enough votes to pass rezoning.
So they passed everything just like we have, right?
Yeah. So
What stopped it?
So on the master plan amendment, which is like the vision of the town, not anything to do with business, it's the map.
Yeah.
That requires under state law a 2/3 majority vote. The rezoning, the P&Z, everything else is all simple majority. We had a simple majority, so zoning would have passed, but they didn't recognize the rezoning because the general plan didn't pass.
And then they held a vote.
And that's so. But these other documents and everything else, like I said, there's
Yeah. I know.
so.
So you're demanding that they revote. That's part of your.
Again, once the legal department gets involved,
So they voted twice already. Is there still a demand for another revote?
if you look,
It's just yes or no.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Are you?
I haven't read the demand letter.
I mean, I imagine that since now you're trying to push your way in over here, that you're really not interested in Gila Bend as a location. Or are you still going to try to set up shop there too?
No, I don't think we are. I mean,
Right.
we have a Title V air permit there,
Right,
but
okay.
the zoning's not there.
Okay.
So the question was why, I believe you asked, why the spot that we're at. So for a site like this, there's several things that you look at. Utilities, workforce availability, transportation, availability of land, all that sort of thing. So it is served both by the railroad's owned it over 100 years. So we contacted the railroad and said, do you have any property, because we're a big customer in the railroads with the size and weight of stuff that we ship. And do you have any properties available? Okay, so yes, this is available. So look, served by the main line railroad, served by the short line railroad. For the last 15 years, they've had industrial activities on there, which were unloading rail cars, chemical cars to trucks, doing that for the past 15 years. There used to be a concrete plant there, a foundry, and a quarry rock crusher. So it's had a history of industrial use. So we checked the master plan, as we learned, right? It's been zoned industrial park, heavy industrial since 1964. Has never changed zoning since mid-60s, I don't know, 64, 65. It's never changed. All that's there. So the sewer line for utilities goes right through the property. It ticked every single box. So as far as site location, it's a good site location for the
And right in the middle of Benson.
Not to us, it isn't.
No, it's not.
Oh, I understand.
What about the people that live right there?
What
I mean,
people?
There's a nursing home right
Have you-
across the
have you
street. A
driven through
nursing
this town?
home for the elderly.
Okay, so then you know what
Apartment
Lower Benson
buildings.
is?
Yes.
Lower Benson. And so literally, you're right on the other side of the road from the people that live in that residential area, right behind Benson.
That's where I live.
Okay, yeah, and that's the other thing, the land that we're getting is, I think it's like 207 acres or 193, because the railroad's keeping part of it, so I don't know the exact acreage. Our plant size is roughly 4 acres, 170,000 square feet. That's the plant size. So from where the plant is located, you'd have to use Google Maps. That's what I know. And you can measure the distances. So we're not like right up on any of our property. We tried to centrally locate it to be centrally located on the property that's there.
Okay, so your emissions. Okay, there's a reason why your stacks are going to be 100 feet high, right? And I know what the reason is. The reason is because your emissions have to be above all other structures to put it at a safe level up in the environment that hopefully it'll float high and away, right? Is that right?
Well, I know the stacks have to be high enough to clear the building.
Right.
So the building's 88 feet, so you figure it's 12 feet above the building.
And what is the goal?
The goal for that?
Yeah, what's the goal of having high stacks? Why does it matter?
You know what? I think they use that. I know stack height and wind speed and all that stuff goes into their modeling for dispersion.
I'm sorry.
Just wanted to say, we're going to take them back to the church.
That was kind of one of my questions. I live 100 feet up on the hill, straight, less than a quarter mile from their stacks. I'm scared too.
You should. You
Yeah,
should
I
be.
know.
I've been researching this stuff for a long time.
So,
Well, 1997, I lived in Green Valley, Arizona. And for years, there was a horrible haze, and there still is. You can drive into Green Valley and see the haze. And Cypress Mine was polluting in 100 times excess of what they were allowed. And doing it for years. I don't hear you. Oh, okay. 100 times excess. They come in. I had a lawyer. There was a class action lawsuit of about 80 people. The problem was everybody was old and I was young. I was pregnant. 7 months and she died. Died from lead poisoning. It leached through the placenta. They said she would have either been retarded or dead, and she was dead, born dead. 1997, the EPA stepped in and said, we're going to take care of the problem. We're going to supply a air quality control system. They stuck it in the Green Valley Library. To this day, I bet you $1 million it's not there anymore. It was there for years, and I've been into that library many times just to see if it was there. But there are more people complaining again. I've seen it in the newspapers about how they get this stuff around their porches, this dust, this crud, and they're like, where is it coming from? Well, it's coming from the mines, and the reason why is they put these scrubbers down, supposed to put the scrubbers down, but it costs a lot of money to clean those scrubbers. So what do? They put them up and burn and burn and burn all night long while everybody's sleeping. You don't smell the egg smell, you don't smell the crap, you don't see the stuff up in the sky because you're all in bed. Isn't that nice? But the next morning you get up and you're breathing all that shit in. I was tested, and there was about, out of the 70 people, there was about, I'd say about 50% of us all got tested. Everybody was high in aluminum, cadmium, lead, and even some mercury. We were all high. And my son was 6 at the time, Jordan Austin. He works at the Benson Hospital. He's a wonderful man. He was even high at 6 years old in all of the metals. So that's why she died.
So, here's the thing. I don't think most big multi-billion-dollar corporations care
No,
about
they don't.
the little people. So you come into this community, do you bother to talk to the people in this community about what you want to bring in and potential hazards involved in that? Because would you stand here right now and would you 100% deny would you say there are 0 hazards?
No, there's hazards in everything we do.
There are hazards in everything that you do.
Everything we do.
Okay, do you think that what we think about that or how we feel about that is important?
Yes.
Then why not, when you decided to come into our community, why didn't you come in with the attitude of, hey, we need to talk to the people in this community and reassure them up front, we're here, we want to hear what you have to say, and we understand your concerns, let us address them in person. Why not come in? Why not be different than every other greedy multi-billion-dollar corporation?
Well,
come into a small community and
I would say that the requirements for the posting and acknowledgement is kind of minimal, right? They say a newspaper and so many feet, mailings, and put a sign up. That was done. It was on also at the post office at the city hall. It was also on twice on OG Chat. The meeting announcement. It was on the Benson Shares site.
Oh, wait. City council meeting, you mean?
Not city council, no, the planning and zoning where they passed
planning. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an aluminum dynamics, reaching out to the community, come meet us at the park, come meet us at the high school cafeteria. That is what I'm talking about.
Oh,
so
okay,
in a nutshell,
but on the planning and zoning,
ADI only cares about business, not people.
No, we were prepared for lots of. We had all of our signs up and posters and everything for the meeting, and not as many people showed up as we thought there would.
And nobody knew.
My mom had a
Nobody
has a
knew.
saying.
But how do you let people?
That's all.
I mean, so if you're on the website,
We all have an address. We're homeowners. You send us a letter.
okay, because I mean,
Or put it on the radio. Publicize it on the radio station and on the internet.
we did the internet.
And the
we
internet's
didn't do
fine.
the internet, the
Anybody
city
over
did.
the age of 75 does not have the internet or use it. And there's 50 to 75% of this
It's a
community.
retirement community. A lot of our older folks, they don't spend a lot of time on the internet. Some of them can't even afford to have it. See, I'm a human being and I have compassion for other people. And the straight up deal is this. No matter how much money I had, if I was going into a community and I knew I was bringing something hazardous, I would want to let everybody know what I was doing. Because I don't want to hurt anybody without their consent.
Well, I wouldn't be doing a job myself and be in the industry as long as I have been if I thought I was hurting me or my family or my workers.
Yeah, you don't
Do you,
really
do
your
you
family
live
gonna
right
live
next
here?
to a plant?
I live in
You're
Crashner Business.
you look a little tired. You look a little run down. I'm a naturopathic practitioner. You're not looking too healthy to me.
Yeah.
I'm good at reading people's health.
I work a lot of hours.
Yeah, well,
You would be comfortable with your family living in one of those houses that's as close to the plant as some of them are?
So
I just showed them a picture of what my front door.
You would move your
yeah,
family
so
there
I lived when
and
I
lived
worked
there for 20 years.
So when I worked in a steel mill at Blytheville, Arkansas, for a different company called Nucor Steel, I lived 2.5 miles for. My wife was a school teacher in the public school right there by the plant, and I lived there since my daughter graduated high school, so from elementary school all the way through high school.
The school that she works at, is it a half mile from the plant or further?
For as the crow flies, I would say it's probably a half to 3/4 mile. Armorell School District, and they had.
Are they are they doing any sort of like tests or studies about if it's been impacting the area at all?
Well, they have all the stack tests and everything that's required. That one plant's been there since 1992. The other plant was there since 1987. So Nucor Steel it's a total of 6 million tons a year.
You had to get blood tests.
Oh my gosh, it took us a good year just to try to get them to come in and do something.
Have
Stop
you
this.
yourself ever been tested, or is that a company thing?
So I do. We do things called life signs. So it's just a benefit that we have. So
Just a question. Do you take a
cholesterol
test?
blood tests.
To test the aluminum in your body.
No, that
Okay,
doesn't
thank you.
work. You have to do a hair analysis.
Well, that's what I'm
talking
asking.
about private hair. The only one that didn't use his
done. No one's
private
been
hair
using
was
it.
my 6-year-old son
I-
because he didn't have any.
Guys, I really got to get back to my
Everybody
daughter. I'm
else
enjoying the
used their
day.
private
I
hair
want
on
one more
his
question.
arms or pubic hairs, whatever. That was
I
the
have
only
one more
way
question.
to
The
find
smell.
out.
Okay,
You
so
know why?
so the smell is
Because they would have
There's
said,
no smell here now at all.
no.
Not
So
one bit.
so the
all those chemicals.
we had pushback. If you read the Hilo bin thing, like we wouldn't agree to the smell.
Yeah.
The reason why is if someone cuts a fart and 20 people say grade that fart smell on
Hey,
0 to
I just
1,000.
got a thing for Father's Day. It says world's best farter.
Okay.
I mean father.
Father.
I'm great at farting. This town does not stink, dude,
Yeah, I
because
know.
people fart.
No. What I'm saying is why you don't say against the smell, because no one has a calibrated. The EPA tried to say it. The ADEQ.
Have you ever driven through Las Cruces, New Mexico?
Hear me out, please.
It stinks.
Okay, so hear me out.
Okay.
So there's no equipment that talks about smell, and it's a thing. That's an attribute of something. So what you regulate and what the EPA is, you regulate what produces a smell. Have you ever smelled like pool acid, right? It takes your breath away. It's
The closer you get,
It's
yeah.
tough.
The closer
Right?
you get to it.
Yeah. So you don't regulate the smell. You regulate the acid. If you don't have the acid, you don't have the smell.
I mean, that's great, but
that's-
we don't have a smell here right now.
I agree.
So-
Yeah. Yeah. So and it's like cattle farms. Like dairies kind of stink, but they regulate methane and poop, and they don't regulate the smell.
They regulate, right?
Yeah.
They regulate. They pay the fines and they make their money. Come on. It's. I'll be back to talk to you guys in a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna get
Nice to
something
meet
to
you.
eat. I'm James.